push that on.
Hi, Dec. Mark Manbrians from PA. You mentioned your teammates have played biggest games, they won the biggest trophies. You're now playing in a World Cup for the first time. Do all of those things give you a hunger to be, challenging for Premier Leagues, for playing in Champions Leagues, things like that?
Yeah, 100%. I think for the last 2-3 years, I've been saying that. I've been playing consistently well for the club, and I feel like I really want to, keep pushing. Like you said, I see my friends here who are playing Champions League, winning the big trophies. You only get one career, and at the end of your career, you want to look back and by what you've won and the biggest games you've played in. And I'm really ambitious, and I really want to do that.
I think that's it for the live section. We'll move on to a short section of Bargain until 10:30 p.m.
Do you prepare for that mentally as a squad?
Yeah, I think since Gareth's come in, we've really shifted our mindset on penalties. Obviously, we lost in the Euro final, but we had a big win against Colombia in 2018. It's a thing here now that we're really big on. We know now it's obviously a stage where we can get penalties, and we're going to be really, really well prepared for that. Obviously, you don't want to overtake penalties. I think in training, I don't think that does any help for anyone. You want to feel fresh, you want to have your penalty, you want to pick your spot. And if it does come to penalties, look, I'll back us 100% all the way. I'm really confident in what we're seeing, the methods we've got, and also the way the lads now, prepare for their penalties.
And you must know, back in the UK at the moment, things are pretty grim, the weather's horrible, no one's got any money, everyone's going on strike. So to what extent do you feel that the England squad and your adventures here are a pick-me-up, they're a distraction and a tonic for people in the UK? And to what extent do you hope that everyone, including fans in Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, can now all get behind England?
Yeah, look, obviously I felt that during the Euros. We obviously, it was COVID, really big COVID back then, so we couldn't see families or friends or anyone, but we were seeing videos of the fans back home, and I feel like that's what we've done as a team. We've really brought the country together when England have played football. You see the Lioness doing it in the summer. You see the support we've got. You see them at the fan parks, you see them in the pubs, and it makes me happy seeing the videos of them celebrating, scoring, us scoring. So look, we're going to try to keep going. We're going to try to keep pushing, keep trying to lift everyone. It's obviously really close to Christmas now, so hopefully we can deliver them the best Christmas present. Let's see.
Thank you.
Hi Declan, James Robson AP. I think Gareth said going
in the teams in the tournament.
Yeah, I think it's top level. It's always nice to know that you can bring players off the bench that can instantly change the game. Whether that's, we're drawing 0-0 and, we need to freshen up front, or, we need to change the legs in midfield, or even at the back. We've got players that are world class that can come on and change the game instantly. And throughout a World Cup, you're going to need that quality. So I think it ranks really, really high amongst other squads in the tournament.
A lot's made about having options and how it pushes players. How does it make you feel that that if you were to drop off those players who could step in, you might not get back in the side?
Yeah, look, that's what the competition is all about. It's really healthy. But like I said, we're at a World Cup, and I'd do anything to win the World Cup. So if that means someone coming on and playing really well, I'd want that to happen, because there's one goal we all want to achieve. So I think it's really important that the squad of players we've got here is really strong and united together.
There's a bit of time between the last game
up into this level of challenge.
Yeah, look, I think we're doing well. We've not even played 10 games together yet in the midfield. It's really hard. Obviously, we're not playing at club level together, so we're only getting that chance to bond when we come to England. So look, we're always learning on the job. Different team are posing different threats to us. But look, I love playing with him. He's young, he's energetic. He gets around the pitch really well. And for every game that I've played with him so far, I've literally just said to him, "This is your stage. Go out and perform, and look, I'll be behind you, and don't feel like you can't go out there and attack and get in the box. Sorry, just feel free, and I'll be there for you." And I feel like we've got a really good connection, and we've played against some tough sides as well. So look, we're learning really well together.
And do you think he gives England something different in terms?
What characteristics does he have that makes him such a threat? And at the moment, he's leading the standings for the Golden Boot. Do you think he can get that at the end of the tournament?
Yeah, without a doubt. I think from the first moment I come into the England setup, I said Marcus is one of the standout people I was so surprised by. He's just lightning quick. His speed, his eye for goal, the way he hits the ball, it's really special, the technique he's got on him. And, You know, I know he had a tough year last year, but no one ever doubted his quality, and to now see him back on the biggest stage doing it, you know, it makes me really happy, and I know it's making the team happy as well. And going to the Golden Boot, listen, there's no reason why he can't. You see he had a big chance in the first half. I think if he keeps making them attacking runs behind the back line, like he does for United, he's going to keep getting the chances. So it would be amazing for him to win the Golden Boot. I would be delighted for him if he achieved that.
Hi Declan, Nizak in Cellar Evening Standard.
With the game in the balance at 1-1, and I just wondered on a personal basis how much that sort of drives you in this tournament now.
Yeah, it drives me on a lot. Obviously, you don't want to ever get taken off, you know, in any game, let alone a final. But obviously, you know, I've spoken about it before, the manager sees something, and that's absolutely fine in that game. You know, in terms of the World Cup, like I said then, and especially a tournament for England, we've got such good players on the bench where if someone can come on and do something different to that I do, and it helps the team, then you know what, I'm happy for that, because if that means we're going to win or win the World Cup, that's all I want to happen. So obviously I don't want to ever get brought off in any game. But if the manager sees something that he thinks can change tactically, then look, he's the manager, he makes the decisions. I'm happy with that.
I mean, as you say, you never want to come off. Obviously, you did come off early in the Wales game.
Yeah.
Together you are, and an insight into the friendships within the group as well.
Yeah, I think it's obviously been spoken about so much last 2 years. I think massive credit has to go to the manager. You know, the way he's changed the environment. You know, it's really special. You know, we've got a real good bond here. I think we're just together all the time. You'll never see a player on their own. We're always in 2s and 3s, or we're in 10s, or like, there's just so many good parts of being here, and it really feels like home. You know, the team have done an excellent job with the hotel. Straight away, it felt like a homely environment. You know, we eat dinner together, we have lunch together. That night after dinner, we watch the game on the big screen, and we'll all sit around the pool together and just chat, play some games. I think it's just that real, you know, united, you know, team we've got here, and you know, if we can keep that going, there's no reason why we can't, you know, keep pushing on together.
People talk about the individual brilliance in teams like France, Brazil, looking at England and potentially worrying about having to face you.
Yeah, definitely. I think other nations will always look at us and think and look at the quality that we've got in the squad. You know, why should we not be feared? If you look at our attacking players, you know, we have world-class, unbelievable talents across the board and across the whole team. Players that have played in the biggest games, won the biggest trophies. So look, we are one of the biggest teams here. But look, it's down to us to prove it on the pitch. Obviously, teams like the French have proved that. You know, they've won a World Cup, and they've done it consistently. And obviously now we want to change that. So all them big nations, you know, we want to show that we're here, and you know, we're not just here now to get into the round of 16. You know, we want to go the whole way.
Hi Declan, Faker Others Talk Sport. When you say about France,
I think just the mentality now. If you look at the players in the squad, like I said, that have won the big trophies, the Premier Leagues, year in, year out, Champions League finals. We've got so mane players who've won big things, and you know, they've brought that mentality that they've got and installed in themselves, you know, to England. And of course the manager, you guys wouldn't see it, but the way he talks to us, you know, he's so calm, and you know, he really puts an emphasis on us that, you know, look, we're England, we're just as big as anyone else, and you know, we'll be ready for anything. And I feel like when you've got a manager that's that calm and is rooting for you that much, you know, you want to go out there and fight and do as much as you can to win a football match. And obviously the biggest one that I've been involved in so far was knocking out Germany at the Euros. I think before that game I looked at everyone in the changing room and I could just sense that there was no way we was getting beat that day. And when you get that feeling, you know, that's what you want, and that's what takes you the whole way. So yeah, hopefully now the knockout stages here we can put
and gave those back. But I got the sense that you thought we haven't achieved anything yet, the real business starts now. Is that kind of the message around the camp?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've had a real good focus throughout the 3 group games, 3 tough group games as well. But like you said, now we're obviously on to a bigger test. Obviously we know Senegal's going to be really tough, and you know, now we know that it's the knockout stages. We want to win, and if you don't win, obviously you go home. But that's not what we're aiming for. We're here to get to the end of the tournament.
What do you expect from Senegal? Is this the toughest test you'll have faced so far?
Yeah, I think so. You know, really strong, athletic team. Some really good individual players. Didn't see their game against Ecuador, but been watching their other games. Just a really good team. I think it's our first time playing them. Well, since I've been in the South anyway. So, look, we know it's going to be a really tough test.